When you need to slice or shred a large quantity of veggies, nothing beats a food processor. Using a food processor is much faster than slicing by hand, and it takes all the effort out of grating or shredding. This is a Cuisinart brand 14-cup food processor. Right now it's fitted with the S-blade. The S-blade is the blade that you use for most grinding or chopping. But I like to fit my food processor with a slicing or a shredding blade so that I can easily slice and shred vegetables. Now the processor comes with a regular slicing and coarse shredding blade, but I've special ordered a 2mm slicing blade and a fine shredding blade because they make extra thin slices and shreds. So first I'm going to go ahead and show you how to thinly slice a cucumber in the food processor. So I'll fit the processor with the 2mm slicing disc. Go ahead and put the stem on and put it into the processor and put the top back on. Now let me get my cucumber ready. So I'm going to remove the ends. Now there are a lot of nutrients in the peel of the cucumber, so I don't necessarily want to remove it. On the other hand, cucumber peels can be a little bit tough. So what I'm going to do to compromise is remove half of the peel by peeling it in a striped pattern. That's going to look really pretty, and it's also going to leave some of the peel on so that I get more of those nutrients. Next, I'm going to remove the seeds of the cucumber. The seeds also don't always have the most pleasing texture, so we'll go ahead and remove those. I'll cut it in half, then cut it in half again lengthwise. And I can remove the seeds with a spoon. We could save these seeds for a creamy cucumber dressing or a creamy cucumber soup. Now I'm ready to slice the cucumber. Now this cucumber is small enough that I can probably use the narrow mouth tube, so I'll go ahead and do that. Now we have these perfectly thinly sliced half moons. That was really fast, and it would be difficult to do that by hand. Next, we're going to thinly slice cabbage. I'm going to be using a red cabbage because it's going to give a nice color contrast with my green salads. So first I'll remove the wilted outer leaves. We could save those for juicing. And next I'll quarter the cabbage. Now I can remove the tough core. Just cut at an angle and it comes out easily. Now I'll just cut these into smaller size chunks so they fit through the food processor. I'm going to use the wide mouth feed tube of the food processor so I can easily fit the cabbage chunks through. Go ahead and put a couple of those in, and now I can slice. And I'll just continue on with the rest of my cabbage chunks. Okay, that was so fast. And now we've got finely sliced cabbage, which would be perfect on top of salads or as part of coleslaw. Next, we're going to finely shred carrots. So I'm going to switch to the fine shredding disc of the food processor. I'll put the stem on and put it in the food processor. Now these carrots have been scrubbed. There's no need to remove the peel because there's a lot of nutrients in the peel. I'll just go ahead and trim the ends off. And I can go ahead and slice them right through the narrow mouth tube of the food processor. There's always a couple little pieces that don't go through. We'll save those. And we've got some beautiful, delicate, shredded carrots. These would be perfect on top of a salad or as a part of a carrot salad. Finally, I want to show you how to finely shred beets. You can eat beets raw. They just need to be really thinly sliced or shredded first. So we're going to shred them. When I cut beets, I like to use a flexible chopping mat instead of my bamboo board so that I don't stain my board. So I'll just put a flexible mat on top of it, and I'm going to trim off the ends. Next, I'm going to go ahead and peel the beet. This is actually a white beet. It's got some pink in it, but beets are a little bit of different colors, so this probably wouldn't stain my board anyways. I'm using a strong peel. This is a Meister brand. OXO brand is also good, but you need a sturdy peel in order to peel beets. Now we'll go ahead and cut the beet into chunks. And I can shred it in the food processor just like I did the carrots. Now, of all the vegetables that I sliced and shredded, cucumbers are best sliced at the last minute because they're more delicate. But the carrots, the beets, and the cabbage will keep for up to 3 days in the refrigerator. At first, a food processor can be a little intimidating. But once you just get started with one, you'll find that it actually makes preparing veggies much simpler. In fact, I find using a food processor so easy that I like to slice cabbage or shred carrots ahead of time and then simply keep them in my refrigerator, always ready to add to salads when I need them.